Hey, welcome to Viking Preparedness. I am Pastor Joe Fox. While this may be mere mental masturbation for some of you, perhaps too many of you, others of you have progressed to a state where this should be useful. And for all of you, it should be useful in the future, if not right now. And that is this organizing your crew, your group, your tribe. How would you organize your crew? How would you organize your tribe? Let's say you have uh, 20 people, functioning people, not little children, but 20 functioning, teens or adults. How would you structure them to get stuff done? This is post collapse, new way of living. Y'all are together. You're going to get stuff done. Many of us would probably default to too many of us would default to not organizing the group at all, just kind of letting things happen. If we want to do this, we'll do this, and everything will be by consensus and yada yada. And sometimes that'll work, but it's not usually the most efficient means to get stuff done. There have been many organizational models developed over the years. And I think what most people who didn't just default to, we're not going to have an organizational structure, it doesn't even occur to us to do so. I think most of the remaining would probably try to use something like they have been subject to under organized as before. Example, in the military, it's very organized, very organizational, and there's a definite hierarchy of things. There is a definite division of labor, of tasks. Different parts of an organization handle different things, and so if someone's been in the military, they kind of think that way, right? And it all comes out. And you can chart, what a infantry company or an infantry battalion looks like, and kind of figure that out. Others of you have grown up in industry in corporate America, and so you understand how the CEO, the chief operating officer, the different vice presidents of this, vice president of that, vice president of that, and then they have their sections, if you will, underneath them. That's another way of doing it. But these are not the only ways. You have McDonald's, right? You've got the manager, kind of the head poobah at that location, but certainly not the head poobah in the organization that is McDonald's, but at that store, at that restaurant, at that franchise. You have the manager, you probably have an assistant manager, they have tasks. You have a kitchen crew, you have a front end crew, you have a cleaning crew. Whether those are all the same people or not, I don't know. I worked at a McDonald's for 8 hours one time. They put me in lot and lobby and I quit. Clearly didn't need the money that bad. Went and became a lifeguard. Better. Um, but people figure out, how, all right, well, this is what I used in the past, so they try to develop that into what they're doing now, or what they will do in the future. There are other organizational models that are worth your attention. Some of them you can Google and read pretty good Wikipedia articles on them. The mafia, the old mafia, how they broke things down and how they organized. Um, Outlaw motorcycle clubs, they have a different organization that they use. You can look at uh, tribal societies and how tribal societies organize. You can look at Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts if you were in that organization. But there's more than one way, and they're not all the same. There are differences. And so, what I encourage you to do is think about, those of you who have people, how could we best structure ourselves or destructure ourselves to accomplish what we want to accomplish? That's what we've been doing for a long time. And we're starting, the Shofarians, we're starting to get bigger, um, which I'm not going to go into greatly. but we need to actually come up with some common terms that we can use across the organization. We as Vikings, we have a couple organizational positions, if you will. We have me, your mighty chieftain. We have some regional coordinators, right? We have a head commo guy. Um, and then we have group leaders who fluctuate, but these are basically the people who set up the group meeting.